Morning, ladies and gents. So let's now switch to the repayment at the beginning of the month. So that's a table. It's slightly different compared to the first one. As you can see, the opening balance is there. We still have our months. We still have our balance at the interest. We still have the closing balance. But you see that there's a reshuffle in terms of where things are happening. As you can see now, right after the opening balance, we have the repayment. And after repayment, we have what we call the balance after the repayment, which used to be our closing balance. And then after the balance after the balance after now after the balance after repayment, now we have the interest. So the interest is now being calculated on the balance after repayment. And then finally, if you add that to balance after repayment, you have our closing balance. Just for you to get to understand what's happening here, guys, you pay interest on the money that you owe the bank, right? In the first case that we did earlier on, you took the money, let's just say on the 1st of January, on the 1st of every month, you kept it or you use it or not, that the bank doesn't care actually. You kept the money and you now want to make the first repayment at the end of that month. So you have used their money for, or you had their money for those days. So that's why you charge interest on it right there, right? That's why there's a section about interest, right? On that month, right? But now what's happening here on this uh, option? On this option, you have decided, no, I want to pay my first repayment right here, right? I just got the money, I want to pay the first interest. So technically, they cannot really charge you interest as someone that paid at the end of the month, right? So they'll say to you, okay, uh, we are only going to pay you interest on what you owe. So that's why the interest only being calculated after on the balance after the repayment. So you pay your repayment first, and then there's a balance, and the interest is then calculated on that balance, right? So you only pay the interest on the capital O, to put in sense, right? That's why it says the interest is calculated on the balance after the repayment, because you made the repayment. So let's just say you were owing them 10,000 and you pay a repayment, let's say 100 rand. They cannot charge you interest on 10,000. They have to charge you interest on 10,000 minus 100. So it's going to be 10,000, 9,900. So that's exactly what's happening here. So without any delay, let's start. And so as you can see here, the opening balance here will be equal to what we know the drill by now. It's going to be 80% of this price. So I'm going to just take that and I'm going to multiply by 80%. So we're going to be quite fast here, right? It's 71,500. The balance after repayment will be that figure minus the repayment. And now the interest, I can use both methods, right? But I'm going to use the formula to save time. Okay, for this one, I'm just going to use for this one just to show you that it's not difficult. So that's going to be there. And you see, if I remember that, if I change that, it's going to be exactly the same like taking this figure and multiply by that interest rate. See, exactly same figure, guys. So so then now the closing balance will be the balance with interest plus the interest, right? So now that gives me that figure, and then now it become automatically my opening balance, and I'm going to repeat the scenario, right? I'm going to repeat it. So it's going to be opening balance minus the repayment, and automatically I have this filled, right? Because as you can see, I've already pre-populated formulas. I'm saving time here. So my closing balance, the month number 2 become my opening balance, and then now again here I will take now my opening balance here minus my repayment formula to give me that figures, and then again here my interest will be that multiplied by the interest here, and then finally that become a balance with after repayment plus the interest, and then I get that. And as I say to you, they will give you the opening balance in month number 59 because you don't have month number 58, and kind of did the calculation for you here, some story. Now what is the problem here? Now watch out here. So closing balance of that month become the opening balance in this month. So let's just do that